Greetings, it's Ian from RTO. Here we go again with another Battle Royale. I think this is tie 10 or something like that. We're rattling through them now. And today we have got FatherStack. He's one of two entries he's had. Today he has put in Metallica, which is also known as the Black Album. And Stephen Norris, he's put in Rush's Moving Pictures. Two albums I own. One band I've ranked and the other I haven't, that are coming up in 2024. So out of the hat first was the Metallica album. So Metallica, of course, heavy metal band formed in 1981 by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich, and has been based in San Francisco. Also, at the beginning, it had Dave Mustaine in it, who was fired, who went on to form Megadeth, of course. And they're part of that big four of thrash metal bands alongside Megadeth, Anthrax and Slayer. The other, Kirk Hammett, has been in the band for a long time. And the bassist at the moment is Robert Trujillo. I think that's how I pronounce it. I'm never good on names. And they've had three bass players in their time. They've had Ron McGovney, who was their very first, the late and brilliant Cliff Burton, and Jason Newsted. So the album we're going to look at is the Black Album, or Metallica, which came out on the 12th of August 1991. Seems like only yesterday this come out, but it's not. It's a long time ago. So it's James Hetfield who does vocals and rhythm guitar, acoustic guitar, and he plays the lead guitar on Nothing Else Matters. Kirk Hammett does the lead guitars. Jason Newsted on the bass, Lars Ulrich on the drums, and additional musicians, Michael Kamen does the orchestral arrangement on Nothing Else Matters. Okay, of course, this album opens up with one of the most popular songs by Metallica, Enter Sandman. It's a classic. I do like the prayer bit, or adds it to about the bogeyman, and it's a great little tune, and it's a good song to start a good album. Then we go into Sad But True, yeah. A great track off this album. It's got one of the finest guitar solos that Kirk did on this album. Very popular song. It's just got some great riffs in this, and it's a great vocal from James, out of the top drawer. Then we get Holier Than Thou. Now, this is where Jason's bass comes into play. It's an absolute killer, and Lars's drumming on this is pretty good. Excellent track. Then we have The Unforgiven, which at the time was something totally different from Metallica. Now, we love their love of spaghetti westerns. This is sort of that start is very Ennio Morricone sound. I quite like this. A lot of people don't like this song, but I do. I think it's a very well put together song, and it is sort of a homage to spaghetti westerns. Then we get Wherever I May Roam. I like the start of this. Very good start. The riff, it's just one of these great riffs that James and Kurt come up with. The vocal from James on this track is absolutely dynamite. Next track, Don't Tread on Me. You get that little bit of America from West Side Story at the beginning, and then we get that dum 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 dum. It's a great bass line from Jason. Very good track. Strong track. Then we get Through the Never. One of the forgotten tracks, I think, on this album. it's probably got Lars's best drumming on this. It's solid, steady, and a great vocal. Then we get Nothing Else Matters. Now, this is a great ballad. I think one of the best versions I've heard of this is off that S&M Live album, because this has got an orchestral arrangement on it. When they do this live with the San Francisco Philharmonic Orchestra, it was brilliant. It's a great track. I like it. I think it's one of them tracks some of the diehards think, oh, this is going to be wishy-washy, but it worked for them, and it's a very popular track. Up next, of Wolf and Man. Proper crash bang wallop track this is. There's nothing wrong with it. I do like this. It's got lots of energy. It's got a great bass line, of course, from Jason. The God That Failed, another one of the tracks that sort of gets a mention now, but it's got one of the best bass lines since Cliff Burton era of Metallica. Absolutely thumping from Jason. Very good bass player. It's a very, very good track. Then we get My Friend Misery. Again, it's Jason's bass playing. It just proves how good he is. It's straight out of the Cliff Burton book of bass playing. It's groovy. It's melodic. It's not just thump, thump, thump. It's intricate. It's good. Very good track. That leaves us with the last track, The Struggle Within. I like that sort of military sounding drum at the beginning. You're expecting bagpipes, but you're not. You're getting just great guitars. Very good track. I think this is one of the best tracks on the album, personally. I think it's one of them sort of deep cut tracks on the album that people, because it's got so many hits on it, people forget about this one, but it is a very good track. Okay, this is that album that split Metallica fans because they've gone away from the thrash, but it brought them a lot of new fans, and one of them being me. The only, on a personal thing with Metallica, it was Master of Puppets that really, I did like that album, and this is the one that sort of said, yeah, that they have changed their sound a little bit. Obviously, I've gone back now and listened to the others, and I quite like them as well. But I'm not going into too much for that, because that's for another show. But this album was huge, absolutely huge for them. Okay, they became more commercial and more user friendly, but it is an important album because it sort of brought rock and metal back into the forefront of music. Very important album. It's got some great tracks on this album, and all good tracks. And it's as I said, it's a very important album. So good luck with that one, FatherStack. Got lots of memories of this personally, so yeah, good luck on that one. So let's move to Stevens, and he put in Rush's Moving Pictures. Legendary band from Canada. Started off with John Rutsey, Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee. Poor John had to leave because of his health. In comes Neil Peart, or Peart, or how you pronounce it, depends where you come from. And the rest is history. And they've been prog, they've been poppy prog, and then they become a bit heavier. And unfortunately, we lost Neil a few years ago. But there are these rumours that Alex and Geddy are going to get back together again. Watch this space. So the album that Stephen has put in is Moving Pictures, which was their 8th album. And it was released on the 12th of February 1981. Now, this opens up with a classic, Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer, great track, great opening track, very popular track still to this day. They played it quite a lot. Then we get the brilliant Red Barchetta. What a track this is. The great riff, some great drumming from Neil on this. Another good track. Alex's guitar work is great. I love that track personally. Then we get the famous instrument YYZ. You can't get any better than this. From that great bass line from Geddy and that weird and wonderful time signature on the drums by Neil. People have tried to copy it and they just don't get it right. There's one or two drummers that have done it, including some not the professional drummers, but they're not in bands or either very young. I mean, one of them is Cena. He can drum to this well. Then we get a classic track, Limelight. Opened up many of them shows. That great opening riff from Alex. Just a fantastic track, isn't it, Limelight? Then we flip it over. Now the side that gets missed because side 1 is classic, but side 2 is a great track. Opens up with the Camera Eye. What a great track this is. The different textures on the guitars from Alex on this. Some real heavy riffs in places. Then we go to some nice delicate touches. Some of Neil's drumming on this is absolutely brilliant. I prefer side 2 to this album these days more than I do side 1. When I first had it, side 1, now it's side 2. So that's the Camera Right. Then we get the brilliant Witch Hunt, which is part 3 of Fear. Neil's drumming on this is sublime. It's atmospheric. Even the keyboards sound good on this. There's just so much classic Rush sound on this. It's 3 guys that have been playing together for so long. They know how to work together and they could do this in their sleep. I love this track. Actually, it's my favourite track on this album. Then we get, to end the album, Vital Signs. What a great track again. The bass line from Geddy is just one of Geddy's finest. And that lovely guitar from Alex and Neil. Just the business, isn't he? What a great track. This is one of their best albums, one of their most popular. It's a classic. It's definitely their best album they made in the 80s, without a doubt. And I've never heard anyone say anything bad about this album. So there we have 2 good albums. Very important albums. They've stood the test of time and they still get played a lot. Well, they do here. I play these albums a lot. It's a tough one again. This is a tough choice. So it's all over to you now. So how do you vote? Well, there's only 2 places you can vote in Battle Royale. And that's on the community page of the channel and on the live stream tonight. Now the community page, the voting opens at 2 PM this afternoon British time, and it closes at midnight on Wednesday UK time. You've got plenty of time. Or if you're coming to the live stream tonight, you can place your vote. It gets taken down at midnight by Dave, and he will announce the winner next Thursday. So good luck to both you, Steve and FatherStack. Great supporters of my channel. I'm sure we'll have some talking points tonight about these two albums. And just a quick reminder, when we finish round one, there'll be 1 week where there will be no battle. So instead, you're going to get me and Dave talking about round one, and we're going to tell you how we would have voted if we would have taken part in the vote. So looking forward to that. We'll tell you more about that nearer the time. So good luck, everybody, and go and listen to the shorts. The shorts of these two are in the thing, but I don't think people need to. They know how they feel about these albums. So that's all for this week. What have we got next week? Let's just check on the scores on the doors, and I think next week is, here it is, we've got Judas Priest from FatherStack again, and Richard McCook's Diamond Dogs next week. That'll be a good one as well. Got some real juicy ties coming up between now and Christmas. So I will see you later on Pick a Mix, and we're going to look at the top 10 singles in the UK on this day in 1985. So bye for now.